Welcome everyone. Kevin Gaines here with Wildlife Revealed, and I'm back with another episode. Our first episode was so well received that we're already making a second. And we've also had our first request as to featured birds. A 9-year-old Cub Scout asked me if I could do a segment on the laughing bird. Well, no doubt he was talking about the Australian laughing kookaburra. And this kookaburra's name is Sheila. Yeah, great name for a kookaburra, right? Well, kookaburras, they are the largest of the kingfishers. And you'll notice similar features to kingfishers you might have seen. Of course, everyone wants to hear the kookaburra laugh. So, all right, you ready, girl? There's no off button, by the way. Just have to let it run its course. There we go. Now, kookaburras are spread all across the eastern part of Australia and parts of the southwestern corner of the continent, and have made their ways to places like New Zealand and a few other islands. And kookaburras, they are kingfishers. They'll sit on a low branch over the water watching for the fish down, moving along, and they'll dive straight down the water and grab the fish, bring it back up and swallow it whole. But they're also famous for eating things like mice, snakes, lizards, even venomous snakes, and sometimes catching a snake that's so big that they can't swallow the whole thing, and they'll have to partially digest it as half a snake hangs out of its mouth. Pretty gruesome. But also, they're known to catch exceptionally large fish and mice and rats. So here in a little bit, we're going to give Sheila a rat, and I want you to see how big of a rat she can actually swallow. What's even more amusing is the way if they catch something alive, they'll smack it on the branch to stun it until they can swallow it down whole. My assistant's getting us another bird out here. See what he's got for us. You want to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Tristan, and this is my kookaburra. His name is Sprocket. He is 2 years old, and we had him for about a year and a half.
That's awesome. So you've been training and working with him. I see he's sitting real nice on your hand, but what else can you get him to do?
Well, he can't sit on my hand, but there is another talent he has. He's one of the only kingfishers that can laugh. So we're going to try to make him laugh, and
show us what you got then. There you go. Now he's getting warmed up. So, as a matter of fact, the kookaburra was first documented in 1776. Sprocket, I'm trying to talk here, bud. Now he's going. Now he won't stop. And it was documented by a French naturalist. His name was Pierre Sonnerat in a paper called Voyage à Nouvelle-Guinée. As a matter of fact, in his supposed trips to New Guinea. However, in New Guinea, there's no laughing kookaburras. So it's believed that he met Captain James Cook and might have received a preserved specimen from there. And as a matter of fact, Tristan and I were at the World Scout Jamboree this past summer, 2019, and the Australian Scouts corrected us. It's not a kookaburra. What is it, Tristan?
it's called an Australian laughing kookaburra.
Kookaburra, and that's how the Australians say it, and they attribute it to Captain Cook, possibly for those reasons. The kookaburras, or the Australian laughing kookaburra, didn't get its name until the 1900s. Before that, the English naturalists would refer to it as the great brown kingfisher, and the name came from some derivations of native languages, but eventually came up with kookaburra. All right, it's dinner time. And bringing Sprocket here, his mouse. Oh, you missed. Proud of your mouse. All the way up here. Oh, he's gonna turn around so we can't see. Go ahead, eat it for me, buddy. Oh, see, now he's smacking it on the perch. He was waiting until he flew back up on the perch. And they'll smack it just like that to be able to stun the animal or kill it. That's right. Go ahead, Hulk. Show the Loki there who's boss. I think it's good and dead now, Sprocket. You smack it again for one more. Yeah, there you go. Keep going. Nothing like a video of watching a kookaburra beat up his food. Go ahead. I think you got him. Is it wrong that I find this so amusing? I'm pretty sure he's stunned now. And Sprocket's picky. He's funny. He'll sit here and smack it and smack it and smack it before he eats it. He takes forever. Right, it's a frozen mouse, not a baby shark. Okay, how many of you actually sang baby shark in your head just now? This one's a baby kook. Ooh, 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 ooh. I need to start a smack count. There you go, right down the hatch. It took forever there, kid. All right. Oh, sorry, mouthful. Can't laugh. Now, let's go give an even bigger rat to Sheila. All righty, here to feed Sheila. And I got Sheila a small rat, not just an adult mouse. A small rat. Yep, I know you saw that. She's ready. She didn't mess around. Now here's the cool part. Hey, Sheila, catch. Nicely done. So I want to show you just how big a food they can eat. Now, of course, she will probably have to smack it a bit, show him who's boss. You gonna smack that rat around for us? There you go. I'm not sure, though, if all kingfishers do this. However, I've seen every single kookaburra I've ever been around do this. So it's a good assumption that they learn that for when they catch a flopping fish. And they'll smack it around until they stun it. Sometimes they'll take vertebrates and smack it around to break up bones and that sort of thing. You know, smack it a little bit. Just like Sprocket, she's worried we're going to take her food. I don't know if you can hear the bells in the background. There's little slits in the boards here. And Buzz, one of our Harris hawks, is next door. He can see through the slits. And he knows that she has that rat in her beak. He's bouncing off the walls wanting her rat. So that kind of has her a little bit paranoid about it. If I would have given her a smaller one, she probably would have swallowed it right away. Go ahead, girl. I wanted a better stump. Smack it again. There you go. That's a good smack. Oh, the sound of that rat smacking a log. Do it again. Wrong side. Try the other side. There you go. Now, one thing, when I give them the bigger rats, you'll see them test it even more, checking the bones. And I really think they're trying to break up that skull even more because it's harder to swallow that skull down than the softer parts of the rat. Alright, so Sheila kind of got frustrated with the big rat. Now I have a mouse in my hand right here. That's a former breeder mouse. So here you go, kid. Nice catch, even if I'm a bad throw. There you go, smack that one. And now by giving her that one, she's also up on the perch, so she abandoned the food. So I don't have a problem with picking it up and taking it and giving it to another bird. Buzz knows you have that one too. Go ahead, down the hatch. She's really smacking it. You hear the walls vibrate. Right down the hatch, almost. Almost there. Good job. All right, so we have yet a third kookaburra for you. This is Maggie, and Maggie is super duper sweet. She's an interesting case. She came to us from someone that had obtained her essentially as a pet, but from someone that didn't really know how to breed or to raise them. Just because you have a pair of kookaburras and you can produce eggs doesn't mean that you know the best things to do for them. Well, this bird was kept on a piece of newspaper in an aquarium. Well, her feet weren't able to grip, and so they sort of turned in. And so you see there, now she can't really stand on her feet quite perfect. We have to be careful what perches we put her on, because her feet don't work like the normal kookaburras. You see how they're sort of turned to the side? And so it's really important, like in the episode with the baby eagle owl, we have certain turf that allows them to get a footing so their feet don't slide and curl underneath them. Now, if we would have caught this when it was young enough, you can actually do things to correct it. Everything from splinting it with things like taping popsicle sticks or even little cardboard shoes. But she came to us because she couldn't perch on things very well. So we just have to be very careful of the type of perching material we put her on so she doesn't get sores. Of course, her laugh a little bit softer. So let's see here. We have a chorus. 2 kookaburras. I love how her wings sort of flap when she laughs. Two of them, they might never stop. I thought we were done. Apparently there's a second chorus. There we go. All right, so my assistant had an idea. He wanted to see what happens when 3 kookaburras start laughing. So here we go. We're gonna move closer to Sheila. Sheila's very territorial, so we're not getting her out. We're just gonna get close to her enclosure and see. Now these two are friendly. They don't mind each other, but Sheila, being a dominant female, wants to chase away all the other kookaburras. So, all right, should we give this a try? All right, here we go. Let's just move a little closer over here to Sheila. And through your computer. And everyone, we're Wildlife Reveal. Please subscribe, like, and share these videos. I'm not sure if this is coming across, but I'll make sure to put some text on the video for you. And if there's things you want to see, we'll share it with you as well. So, thanks for tuning in and watching our show. More episodes soon. Nicely done. Thanks.